Hello everyone, let us consider the problem number 3. So y of t is equals to integration from minus infinity to twice t x of tau into d tau. Y of t is equals to integration from minus infinity to plus infinity x of tau into d tau. We have to check whether this continuous time system holds the property of memoryless, causality, stability, linearity and time variant properties. Okay, so let us check one by one. So in order to check the causality and whether the system is memoryless, consider the output at t is equals to t1. Consider the output at t is equals to t1. So we will get y of t1. Okay, y of t1, which is equals to infinity integration from minus infinity to 2 times t1. Okay, t 2 times t1 x of tau into d tau, x of tau d tau. Just let us look at the limit of this integration. The limits are from minus infinity to 2 times t1. Okay, it's 2 times t1. So we can say that the output, that is y of t1 at t is equals to t1, depends upon the past and future values. Why past and future values? Because when we consider the integration from minus infinity, okay, to, let us take t1 minus 1, t1 minus 1, okay, 2, this is our, you can say, past input, this is t1 minus 1, and from t1 minus 1 to your 2 times t1. Okay, because you have integration limit, that is minus infinity to 2 times t1, so we can divide that integration from this limit minus infinity to t1 minus 1 and t1 minus 1 to 2t. Okay, these are the limits. So we can see that this is nothing but your past input. Okay, this is nothing but your past values of input. This is your future values of input. You can put any value. So this is nothing but the past value of input. This is not the, this limit becomes a future value. Fine. So you can say that the system depends upon the past input and future input. That's why we can say that the system is not causal system, not causal system. Why not causal? Because it depends upon the future input also. And then we can say that the system has a memory, because it requires past input and future inputs. Okay, because it output depends upon the past input values and future input values, future values only. That's why we can say that the system is not causal. The system is not causal, and the system has memory, or you can say the system is dynamic in nature. Now let us consider the second property, or you can say the shift invariance property. So in order to check the shift invariance, or you can say a time invariant, we have to first check the output, or you can say we have to shift the output by t0. We have to shift the output by t0. So consider output is shifted. Consider the output is shifted by t0, and we are defining it as y of t minus t0 is equals to integration from minus infinity to what? 2 times t minus t0 into 2 minus t0 x of tau into d tau, x of tau into d tau. We can simplify this. This is from minus infinity to this is your 2t minus 2 times t0 x of tau into d tau. Fine. Now this first step, this is our step number 1. Okay. In step number 2, we can shift the input. So in step number 2, let us shift the input. Shift the input by t0. Let us shift the input by t0. So that is nothing but x of t minus t0 we have to write. Okay, and this is equals to your y of t, and which is equals to put t minus t0 at input. So we have to shift the input. Okay, so it is nothing but x of, you can say, integration from minus infinity to 2t as it is. Okay, then we have to shift the input, that is x is shifted, that is x of tau is shifted by t0 into d tau. When we shift the input by factor t0, it's represented as x of t minus t0. We are calling this as a y of t. Y of t is nothing but integration from minus infinity to 2t. Input is shifted, x of tau minus t0 into d tau. Fine. From equation, this is your one equation and this is your two equation. From equation 1 and 2, you can say that the shift at the output, or you can say shift at the input, doesn't corresponding to the shift at the output. That's why we are calling this system as time variant system. That's why we are calling the system as time variant system. Time variant system. Now let us go for the another property, that is the next property is your linearity property. So in order to check the linearity property, you have to consider the two systems, that is your y1 of t and y2 of t. So let us define y1 of t first. So what is y1 of t? Y1 of t is nothing but integration from minus infinity to 2t x of tau into d tau, x of tau into d tau. Y2 of t is integration from minus infinity to 2t x1, okay, and this is x2 of tau into d tau. So y1 of t is nothing but integration from minus infinity to 2t x1 of tau d tau. Y2 of t is equals to minus infinity to plus infinity integration x2 of tau into d tau. Now let us consider the third input, that is x3 of t, which is nothing but the linear combination of x1 and x2. So I will take the third input, that is x3 of t, which is nothing but a1 x1 of t plus a2 x2 of t. a1 x1 of t plus a2 x2 of t. Fine. Now what is y3 of t? What is y3 of t? y3 of t is nothing but integration from minus infinity to 2t x3 of t into dt. This is general representation, x3 of t, or you can rewrite it as x3 of tau into d tau. Okay, not x3 of, not t, x3 of tau into d tau. But what is this? This is nothing but integration from minus infinity to 2t, integration from minus infinity to 2t. I can rewrite it as a1 x1 of t, okay, plus a2 x2 of t. Right? a1 x1 of t into a2 x2 of t into, this is x3 of t, this is nothing but d tau. This is what your x3 of t, this is nothing but d tau. Or you can simply rewrite it as it is, that is integration. So I will take a1 as outside, a1 integration from minus infinity to 2t. Okay, what is this? This is nothing but x of tau, x 1 of tau into d tau plus a2 outside minus integration from minus infinity to 2t x2 of tau into d tau. Fine. But what is this x1 of tau and x2 of tau? This is nothing but your y1 of t and y2 of t. So I can rewrite it as a1 y1 of t plus a2 y2 of t. So you can say that the system satisfies both additivity and homogeneity property. That's why the system is linear system. That's why the system is linear system. Linear system. Understood? Okay. So any doubt is there? No doubt. So let us consider the next property, that is the stability property. When we call the system is to be stable, if we provide bounded input, and then we will get the bounded output. Now let us consider we will provide the input as a bounded to the system. So consider magnitude, or you can say modulus of x of tau to be bounded. X of t, or you can say x of tau, anything, okay, which is bounded less than infinity for all the t's, for all the t's. So what happens to yt? So magnitude of modulus of y of t is equals to magnitude of integration from minus infinity to 2t x of tau into d tau. So now we know that from triangle inequality of integral, triangle inequality of integral of function g of t, triangle inequality for integral of a function g of t is integration, so modulus of integration over t g tau d tau modulus complete is less than or equals to integration from t g tau d tau. G tau d tau. Okay, so this is what the triangle inequality for any integral function represented it in terms of g of t. So integration or modulus of integration of g tau d tau over t is less than or equals to integration g tau d tau over t. What does this implies in our problem is, this implies that magnitude of y of t or modulus of y of t is less than or equals to integration from minus infinity to 2t x of tau d tau. So even if we can see that this integration is this x of tau, okay, this modulus of x of tau d tau, okay, whenever this modulus of x of t is less than infinity, so the above integral, this integration depends upon the value of t and it varies along with the t. See, because of this triangle inequality of integral, so it varies along with the t. So even if we provide the output to, even if we provide the input to be bounded, okay, the output is not bounded because the integral value depends upon the value of t. The integral values depends upon the value of t. That's why the output is not bounded. I will write it here. The output is not bounded even if input is bounded. Okay, why? Because integral value depends upon the t and it varies with the t. Okay, So we are saying that this system is not stable. The system is not stable. So for this particular problem, that is y of t is equals to integration over minus t infinity to 2t x of tau d tau. It is it is only linearity. So which it holds only the linearity property and it does not hold the other properties. That is, the system is not causal, the system has memory, the system is time variant, and the system is not stable. So this particular expression holds only the property, that is linearity property. Okay, thank you.